Everyone, I'd like to welcome you to this video where I'm just creating this video specifically for my subscribers to give you guys an update on our vehicles and other ways you can save money on building out your Humvees and other types of vehicles that you may want to do conversions on. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the advantages of replacing your engines on an old, used, well-used vehicle if you're planning on doing a full overhaul on your trucks. And I'm going to be talking about that today. And one other announcement as well is we are going to be updating our website. I'm not a web developer. I don't do anything too fancy, but we are working on finding a way where we can just put our stock vehicles on here instead of just having us email you an Excel sheet of what we have in the stock to make things a little bit more easier. And then also maybe show our options a little bit better on what we have. So stay tuned for that as well. So what I want to go over is we do a lot of conversions for the Sprinter vans and for the Humvees. So I want to go over options on why you want to replace engines on older Sprinter vans and the Humvees like this one here. Because Sprinter vans actually have a really high market value when they are in really good shape and they have basically on the newer vehicles, fully converted. Some of them sell for even over $350,000. I actually have a couple investors I work with where they want to just flip Sprinter vans where we just buy them and put the engine, just redo everything and sell it for a couple $100,000. Or even if we got a new van and we just flip it and then sell it. We could do that. It's a lot of money to invest. And but there is high returns in it. But the thing is, a lot of you guys just don't have the money to invest in getting a van for like $50,000 or even $60,000 for vans. And so why not get a van that is only like $7,000 like this one? The shell and the frame could be solid and really good in shape. Like there's other listings here I find on Auto Trader here where you get a van for less than 10,000 bucks as a Sprinter van. And what you can do is, even though it has high miles, this one has 379,000 miles, 218,000 miles, 396,000 miles. Look at the huge amount of miles that are on these vans. But what you can do is, even though the engine has a lot of high miles, if you go to a diesel shop or even use our team, where we can take your engine out, even resell the engine for parts, and get a little bit of money out of it. Heck, even if you sell the engine, you might break even on your cost to buy the van, depending on how we sell the parts. But then what happens is, as we sell the engine, we'll put a brand new engine in for about $15,000, $20,000. And now instead of spending, say on up here, $50,000 is this van right here that has 6,500 miles on it. But instead of spending 50 grand on that, check this out. You just got the same type of van, but now you're going to have 0 miles on a brand new engine with a warranty that you only spent about 20 grand on instead of doing the $50,000 van. So there's a trade-off where you can spend half the cost on putting a new engine in a vehicle like this and then still flip the whole thing with a new bumper, with this one, maybe even repaint it if you want with all the upgrades you want to turn it into an overland vehicle. And you could spend less than 30 or 50 grand on it and have a great value on it. And so there's a huge advantage of just taking older vehicles and putting a new engine and starting from scratch and make it worth a heck of a lot more doing it that way. And same thing goes for the Humvees. The Humvees, as long as the shell itself like this is in really good shape and the frame is in really good shape, but the engine is a piece of crap. Like there's lights missing on this. The windshield at least is still there because sometimes the windshield's not even there. But this one sold for 6,600 bucks on the government planet. But then now we got to go over fees as well just for the registration and then get it shipped over, back to us. But even though the engine is shot and even the dash, let's go over to the interior. Let me show you what the interior may look like on this one. So even in the interior, the dash is going to be shot, where we got to see what components we got to fix. So probably the whole thing has to be redone just to make sure everything's working properly in order to do this. So for $6,600, you're basically just getting the shell and the frame, but everything else has to be fixed or redone in order to make it run like a new vehicle again. But there's a trade-off. We sell Humvees that are in incredible shape, that have engines that have less than 1,000 miles on it. And actually, this one has about 10,000 miles. But if you get one with less than 1,000 miles and with a pristine interior condition, we usually sell those for about $30,000. But what if you just want to take something like this? We could put a new dash, new engine. And what's nice about also getting a new engine, the reason why I'm preaching this in this video today, usually when you get a new engine, there's warranties on them. If you get a used Humvee with 30,000 miles on it, or with less than 1,000 miles on it that you buy for $30,000, usually straight from Government Planet, there's not a warranty on those. But if you actually get an engine that's straight from GM that you have brand new that we can put inside here, you can get a warranty underneath those, which would be really good. And especially for the Sprinter van, as what I showed you here, if you put a brand new engine inside of this, a new diesel engine, you can get a warranty underneath it. So there's a trade-off. Are you in a hurry and you want to get a Sprinter van that has very low miles with a really good engine, but you're willing to pay a lot more money for it? Or we can get a stripped down one and put a new engine in it and have a warranty, and you're saving half the cost. Same thing for the Humvee as well. The thing about these older engines on the Humvees is that they don't go very fast. They may only go up to 60 miles per hour, but we find that with the brand new engines that we put in with the turbo and also 6.5 liter engines, we can actually have those go much faster, just because they are not just the standard military grade engine, but they're also made for civilian use. So they're a lot better to work with. So that's why we recommend just putting just the stinking brand new engine in it anyway, to make it go faster with a warranty. So instead of spending just 30 grand on the new Humvee, spend about 6 to 10 grand on just the shell and the motor. We could take the engine out and hopefully sell the engine and get some money out of it, and then put a new engine inside of this for about $20,000 or less. And now you just spent the same amount of money, $30,000, but you can have practically still the brand new looking Humvee, but with a new engine that can go faster than the original Humvee engine. So hopefully this video makes sense, because I get a lot of inquiries from my subscribers lately that you guys want to know if you should get a new engine, or if you should get a new Sprinter van or a new Humvee. Those are the two extreme differences, is that you can either just get a Humvee that is brand spanking new for about 30 grand, or maybe spend the same amount of money to get a really nice engine in a new retrofitted Humvee for about the same cost or a little bit less, but you get that nice warranty and just everything's all buttoned up. Same thing again for the Sprinter vans, as I showed you before. You can get one that's pretty run down, but you're going to be flipping it anyway, making it brand spanking new with your overland upgrades. And just get something for about $10,000 instead of spending 50 to 60 grand on something with high miles anyway, and just put a new engine in it. So hopefully this presentation helps you guys out. I'll continue to make more videos educating you on ways you can save money and make these things work for you. But again, we just love to upgrade these, make these better, and convert these and make these the way you want. And we'll try and update our website too to make it easier and more convenient for you to navigate everything. And again, one last announcement. We are still working on our camper shells for the Humvees. We are working on the castings where we're going to have a camper shell on the top of it. But that's about 2 more months in the making right now. But it's going to be a big game changer. But again, thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful day.